Folks, 2018 question C3 here, and in this question we have a terrarium, I hope I'm saying that right, and it's basically a glass container for soil and plants. So part A asks us, draw the planned elevation of this terrarium and determine the dihedral angle between A and B. So this part is based on a square-based pyramid, as it says. So I've gone ahead and drawn this. Now the only thing I'll say to you is that when you're doing it, you must draw the plan view first so that you will have your width for elevation. Okay. Now we've been asked in that then straight away to do the dihedral angle between surfaces A and B. Okay. So we're looking there at 90 degrees. And we'll take 1 point from each plane. On that S and T. And I'll keep this fairly close. My X1, Y1. Now, so getting our heights and elevation, which is 2 views back. That'll be 1, 2 will be on the ground here. We'll join them in. That is the true length of our line of intersection. And the heights for S and T, well, they're the same heights, they're up there at 20. So they'll be on that line there. Now, next thing, of course, we want to see that as a point view. So the rule of drawn. If you want to see a plane as an edge view, you must have a true length line and look along it, and because this true length line is common to both, it will let us see both of them as edge views, and hence we will be able to see the dihedral angle. And that's our X2, Y2 there. So, new view, 1 view back, 2 views back. And you know you're always measuring off the right place because the XY line is parallel to the line of intersection. Therefore, when we measure them, 2 and 1 are the same distance. And when we transfer that over 2 views, they'll be marked off as a single point. If you measure from anywhere else, you would get 2 different points and get a line. So you know you're measuring off the right place when they're parallel because it gives them the same distance to get a point view. Now, measure back for S and T. T and S will be the closer one. Give me T, that'll give me S. And that, folks, is our dihedral angle. Now, if I scroll down to part B, it's saying develop the surface C. Okay. So, probably the handiest way to do that would be, this is C here, okay, and we have that line up there, that baseline of C is parallel to the XY line. So that means down here is the true length, so we can look along this. And we can set up an edge view of this. Now set up X1, Y1, as it's a new auxiliary. Now we have we know the distance from there to there is 40 from 2 views back. So new view, 1 view back, 2 views back. Now that would be an edge view of it there. So all we're going to do is, this line we're looking along here, that's it at the point view. We're going to use that line now as a hinge point here and rebat it down onto the ground. Here's our projection line. And so if we draw that back there now, that will be the true shape there. Okay, now let's go back to the question, and part C then says the terrarium on the right is a cube which is tilted and shaped as shown. The outline plane is a regular hexagon of 150 mil side. Now this is a scale 1:3, so that'll be 50 mil. Draw the given plan of this and project the elevation. Okay, so I just put one line coming out here. You're given that in the question. That's no great secret. So I'm going to put down my compass here. I'm just going to swing a circle around here. If we get our 60-30 set square there. We can join these points in heavy. Now we need to get the piece in the center there. Okay, it's kind of like a triangle. You can see it in the question there. So there's a small clue here now. If you follow this point up, okay, I'll just put a pink line on that. Follow that. I'll let it go on up there. I'll need that later on anyways. So if you bring that up there, it'll get you this point here. And what we can do there, we can set our compass to that measurement there, and we'll just swing a light construction circle. Okay, and that'll get me this point here. So now we can draw this guy down to here. And we can connect it lightly over here. Halfway and heavy half. Sorry, that should be light. Now, with that now, folks, we have got enough that we can bring up all these widths, okay? And we'll be able to get our elevation going in a moment. So, shoot up these guys here. Now, there's kind of a clue in the question. There's a small semicircle here, okay? And where the width of that small semicircle is coming from is one from this point. So if you bring up that guy there, you get a point there. And the other place is coming from here. So if we bring up this guy here, that'll get there. Now if we draw a semicircle there next, that'll be our next job. So you could bisect. I'm just going to do it with the ruler. And we'll draw a semicircle here. Now if we bring up the dead center here, we get us this point here and call it X. And now to create these lines, we can run up this guy here. That's going to be a heavy line to there. We can run this guy going out here lightly. That helps us to construct that there, okay? And we'll just do these lightly first till we find out where they meet. And where this guy comes up here, get to a point here, we have to do one more edge on this in the elevation. And this is surface D, by the way, so we'll just mark that in there. That was C. Now, so that's the plan and elevation of that drawn there, okay? Now, to go back to the question, and it is asking us there, determine the true inclination of the surface D to the horizontal plane, okay? Now, as soon as it says that to me, I know that I need to see an edge view of that. And it's also saying actually, hence or otherwise, determine the true shape of the surface D. So very similar to what we did in C here. If we get an edge view, okay, so this was an edge view of C, the surface C there, we'll do the same thing over here. And what we can do then is we can go get that and we can rabat it down, bring it out, and we'll be able to get our development, okay? So we have a true length line down here. This is down here on the ground, okay? So we can look along this. Shoot out your lines there. And we'll set up our X1, Y1 here. So we can get our heights there from elevation, which is 52. If we come over here, then we'll mark that off there. That will give us an edge view of D. Now I'll just extend out this ground a bit. X1, Y1 line. And what we're going to do there is we're going to put our compass on this. Quite exact same to C. And we're going to knock it down onto the ground. And we're just going to run out these guys perpendicular. Now there's one other point, actually this point here, I have to rotate that down as well. And that'll give us these 2 points here. Okay, so when we join that back up then, these points, and I'll colour it in a moment, that will be our surface development of D there. So we'll just put it in lightly there. And that is that question finished, folks. So I hope you found it useful. Take care, stay safe, more videos to come soon.